Oh my goodness. All right. 7 o'clock and I'm just shoveling off my desk. Oh, shocking. I know. But hey, are you surprised? I was in the zone. I was in the crafting zone and time got away from me. But it's okay. I'm here now. Welcome to Check It Out Tuesday. I'm Tamara of Tamara's Paper Trail. Let me know who is out there tonight. For those of you who are popping in for the first time, for Check It Out Tuesday, you just watch and learn. I show you some tips, some tricks. Sometimes it's a new technique, sometimes it's a new stamp set, sometimes it's a new layout. Hi, Mary. Hello, happy Tuesday. Yeah, so you never know what you're going to get on a Tuesday. Now, tonight, though, I'm pretty stinking excited about the cards. I have to show you. It's a fun new pop-up card that I learned. And hello, Tracy. Hello, Nicole. Nicole? Holy cow, hello. Yeah, I have a new addiction. Once I started, hi, Hope. Once I started making these, I had a bit of a hard time stopping. So I defy you to make just one. So I'm going to jump right in. I don't know how long tonight's going to last. It might be a short one tonight. I don't know. We shall see. I will show you my cards, and then I'll let you decide which one I'm going to show and show and tell. All right. So I'm trying to, again, I'm working with my lighting. I'm like, ooh, this light has a dimmer on it, so it's not so glaring. So I've got a lot of options, but then I have more shadowing, so that's not good. I don't want shadows. So let's try this up. Yeah, I don't know. I watch my replays and I'm like, oh, that's really not that much better, is it? There's always something going on. I think I might get myself a new camera again, because, you know, I haven't bought a camera in a week or two. I should have a really big electronics sale of all my old lighting and my old cameras, webcams, you name it. Let's see if this is any. Oh, well, how's that? Is that better? You like that? I like that. You can have one light. What I have shadows, but that's okay, right? Is that still? It's still pretty stark right here. I just noticed the white really glares. All right. Well, anyway, you let me know what you think. If you want it brighter. I also found some of my replays were a little choppy, which they shouldn't be because I've got Ethernet plugged in. But anyway, it seems a little glary to me. How about that? That's better. All right, let's try that one for a while. Okay, there's Nancy. Hello, Nancy. You like the lighting like that, Nicole? Okay, we're going to leave it like that for now. Well, hello, Denise. Look what we're making. Look what we're making. Well, now it seems too dark. No. No, too light. All right, let's stay with that. See, I watch my hands, and all right, let's try one more. Let's try it like that combination. Okay, there's Donna. Hello, Donna. What you up to tonight, girl? Okay, so which one should I make? This is a card that I totally cased from Griffith, from Dawn Stamping Thoughts. Yes, happy birthday, Denise. Why aren't you out being wined and dined by your husband? Am I going to have a word with him? Happy birthday, girlfriend. Right, so back to this. Dawn Griffith from Dawn Stampin' Thoughts. 99% case. Like, same, hi Jen, the same butterfly, the same paper, everything. So this was the one that I wanted to copy to see if I knew how to make it. Want to see what happens when you open it? Okay, let's put this away. Oh, look at that. Isn't that fun? And it will stay open. Oh, did I just break it? No, something just cracked. I didn't like that noise. It'll stay open if you want it to. It can kind of stay propped like that. But it's a fun, like, little pop-up. So it lies flat. Let's watch that again. Ooh. Ah, let's look at the side view. Ooh. Ah. Fun, right? It is so stinking easy. So that's the one that I learnt on. And then I thought, well, let's go do my own thing. So this one kind of makes me giddy. What do you think about this one, Tracy? So we've got Mr. Whale and Mr. Turtle. And then you pop them open. And then it says whale done. Now this little guy, like, if you just have to kind of, it's been laying down. So now it'll stay up. Like, it'll stay on the mantle like that if you want it to. Isn't that fun? I like it. And this one I loved because the paper was too pretty to get rid of this piece. On this one, I got rid of this piece, the piece that I cut out in the designer paper. This one I kept it because it's just so stinking pretty. So I kept it. All right, and then, thanks, Mary. Check out this one. This one I love too. Because I found a use for this paper that I don't love just on a card by itself. It's a little green and crazy busy, but I think it works on this card, especially when it's broken up by the bumblebee color. And then that one, when you open it, for a true friend, thank you for your kindness. And I love that they'll stay up if the person wants to leave it up on the mantle, you know, propped open, you can still see it. It's hard, okay, it's hard to show you the propped up version when it's when I'm holding it and it's on camera, but that's how it looks. Right? Don't you love the whale one, Nicole? Thank you. It makes me happy. It makes me so happy. I love him. And this little scene, it's just so easy to work with that set. This guy, I'm like, well, he shouldn't just be floating. He went, oh yeah, he should be floating. Like I wanted to ground him. I'm like, no, he's a floating turtle in the ocean. So I love them. Which one should we make? I can make more than one because it's 7:06. I don't know which one should I make. What do you want to see? Thanks, Nancy. These are our options this evening. The whale paper is sold out, Karen? I know the butterfly paper is sold out. Is the whale sold out too? Tracy, investigate. You think, hi, Karen, by the way. I think my friends would love receiving a card with this card technique. I think they would too. I know I would. Let's make this one. I'm going to make it with a dragonfly. The whale is just so cute. I love this pattern. Okay, well, I'm just staring. Dragonfly. Okay, good answer. Hope says dragonfly. Dragonfly it is. All right. Of course, I have no paper or anything set up because I was busy doing something else. Whale paper sold out. Shut the front door. Who knew? Who knew? Well, I guess Karen knew. Karen is in the know. Huh. I haven't checked the list. I haven't done any shopping of the retired items. There's some pretty stinking good deals, you guys. What was that one deal? There was a box die. It was regular $40 some on for like 19 or something crazy like that. It was like ridiculous. Okay. All right. So we're going to start off with a standard card base. I'll probably get the dimensions wrong, but that's okay because Donna will correct me. Hey, Donna? You're my corrector. 5.5 by 8.5. All right, so there's our card base. Then we need a piece of, oh my goodness, on the floor. Let's pick up our bucket of papers and let's find that dragonfly paper. I mean, I might have an extra 2 packs of it. Holy, I got a problem. I have a paper problem. Okay, so that one, that was a bigger. That one I found a little bit too big. So let me find the smaller one. Because a lot of these other patterns I can easily use on other cards, but I found, hang on. There it is. It's missing a little chunk. That's okay. This one's the smaller pattern. Yeah, like the backs of most of these other pieces I can use on cards easier than I could use this particular pattern. So I don't know where the rest are. This one's going to have to work. All right, so it needs to be 5.5. No, but Donna, you know when I say something wrong and then well, you did it last night. You nailed it. I said 5.5 and I meant 5.25. I don't know. You caught me out last night. All right, so this piece has to be 5.25. Look at that. It is 5.25. So pretend I just cut that by 4. Oh, just made it. And then I need a white insert that is the same. 5.25. Hi, Virginia. By 4. I say again, I get upset when Stampin' Up! Carries over stamps and dies, but not the paper that goes with it. And I mean, that's fine. You can take away the paper, but then bring back another one that works with it. Like, what are we going to do for wallpaper now? I'm sad. I'm very sad. All right. Oh, and then I need some more stuff, Kat. Here we go. So this is with my bumblebee. I need a piece that is 3 by 4. So I'm going to go 3 by 4. And I need another piece that is 2 1/4 by 3/4. So just a tiny little guy. This little guy. Okay, so here's my pieces. Now, while I've got my trimmer out, I'm going to score. So this is our mechanism. Where's my scoring thing? So this is the mechanism that's going to be these parts in here. Okay. Oh, really, Tracy? In color ink pads, not surprising, because a lot of those were on low inventory already. Refills and cardstock is also sold out. Sad. But I don't take this the wrong way if it applies to you, but I don't feel sorry for people who miss out on in color stuff, because I've been saying for 2 months, get the in color stuff because it always sells out. So if anybody's sad, you don't get to be sad. All right, so on the 4-inch, so this is our 3-inch by 4-inch piece. And hi, Elizabeth, good day. On the 4-inch side, we're going to score at 1, 2, and 3. So that's 1, like one over here. 2, and 3, which is one over here. So every inch, it's a 4-inch space, like a 4-inch thing, and you score at 1, 2, and 3. Now this little dude, which is 3/4 by 2 1/4, we're going to score him at 1 1/4. So this, I found the video on Dawn's Stampin' Thoughts YouTube video, but she got the idea from Melissa Stout. So I need to give credit to those 2 ladies for this fabulous card, because it's so fun. All right, card base, fold it in half. I know, right, Jennifer? Jennifer says, I felt the same way when they retired the stamp sets, but not the vase builder punch. Wasn't there always one vase set, though, that was current? I don't know. I didn't like the vase ones. Oh, okay, Karen. Thank you. If you can have her... Wow, this is not quite right. If you can have her message me her address, because tomorrow I finalize my mail-outs. And all I ask Karen is that if she orders, that she does it through me, because it costs about $10 to mail my catalogs out. All right, so we're going to start assembling now. We're going to grab, I'm not going to use my fast fuse. I'm going to use my, whatever this is called, Stampin' Seal. And when you go to attach the paper to the base, oh, Jennifer, I don't know. I haven't checked out the directions to split coast stampers. I don't know. Maybe. When you go to attach the paper, the designer paper, you want to put the tape just on the outside edges, not in the middle, because we're going to cut out this piece. And so I'll show you in a minute why that's important. I have no idea, Jennifer. I just went off of Dawn's Stampin' Pot video. All right, so that goes in the middle. Now, we're going to open this up. Now, ladies, listen up. If you do not have the stitched shape dies, if they have not sold out, you need them in your life. I cannot tell you how upset I am that these dies are being retired, because I use them all the time. The stitched, it just makes things that much prettier. I mean, look at this card. So look at it up close. I'll focus there. It just adds that little bit of interest. And there's ovals, circles, and squares. And for reasons unknown to myself, because Sarah didn't call me to discuss it, but these are retiring. So if you want them, you have to get them now before they retire. All right, so this is my stitched oval, the largest one, I believe. And I'm going to run it through the machine like this, off camera. So you talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm going to run it through. And if you hear a crash, well, you won't be surprised, will you? So my desk over here is a little crazy. So so I ran it through the once. Now, let me show you this. Ovals are on back order already, eh, Donna? Jeez. Okay. So, these dies, it cut through the two pieces because the designer paper isn't very thick, right? So it cut through the two. But I want to make sure that this is just a little bit of a deeper cut. So I'm going to run this piece through one more time just to see if I can get those stitched impressions a little bit deeper. So I just run it through again. And then I can pop them out. So this is why, and if you have trouble ever getting your dies out, this is my Tamara's top trick. And my bone folder is actually curved a little bit from doing so. I've done it so many times. I have my finger here, and I just press the tip of my bone folder against the edge and run it around. These stitch dies, mine are quite tight, and I have trouble starting getting them out. So the bone folder is the way to go. So this is why we didn't want to put tape in the middle section, is so that you can use these two pieces. Like you can use this another time. So we're going to throw that to the side, but you can use that on another project. And then you can see there's just a little bit of leftover paper from that designer paper because I ran them through together. So you just kind of scrape that off a bit. Clean up your edges a bit. And we're going to keep this piece and we're going to use it again. Now I've got this next smaller layering oval die. I'm going to cut this out of white. Jennifer says, I will keep my stitch dies, but I'm not sad the square and ovals are retiring. I don't think I have used them in some time. See, the ovals I use all the time, and the squares I've used too. The squares not as often, but I do have some beautiful cards that I love the layout of, and it uses the square dies. So yeah, I'm sad to see those. Like, they're just classic shapes, so they're just good ones to have. I'm just really surprised that these ones are leaving. I'm just trying to find a piece of scrap paper here. I've got 5,000 pieces, but none the right size. Hang on. All right, so I'm going to cut out a white oval. Honestly, these videos would be 10 minutes if I did any of this stuff ahead of time. So again, to pop it out, like I can't push it easily. Like I guess, well, my nail popped it through there, but I always use my bone folder and just run it around the edge. Especially if you're using vellum paper. Yeah, mine will never go. Ever, ever, ever go. These dies, I will keep them. Okay, so now somewhere is my white paper. There's my white layer, complete with hair and everything else. All right, so I'm going to attach this on the inside. Where are you going? What's happening out there? Okay. My girls, I sent them on a shopping spree today. They needed to get out of the house. And I went, you know what? Here's some money. Go shopping. Go crazy. Alicia had hers spent within the first half hour. Rebecca had spent $12. They both managed to spend all their money. But I thought, you know what? Go, happy Easter. Treat yourselves. All right. So this is where we're at now. I'm bringing in the two pieces that I had scored. All right. So we are going to fold them on the score lines. So I'm just going to fold this one in half. Grab your bone folder, and you want a really good crease on all the fold lines. Because this is our mechanism. Okay, so like this. So fold it in half, and we're going to put tape on one of the ends. Okay, so this is the end. We're going to put tape, and I'm just using the Fast Fuse. I'm not even using the Fast Fuse Plus. It doesn't need to be a super strong hold. So this sticky side, we are going to butt up along this score fold line, the fold line, and you're going to center it. Just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be bang on. So you're going to butt it right up into that fold right there. You bet, Marcella. Absolutely. Okay, now, so this is what we got. So it's just taped down on this one inch thing here. So now I'm going to put tape up. Well, you could put one strip of tape right here. but that's not the way I roll. I like to get a little bit crazy, and I put tape all over this 1 inch, this one little section right here. But then it's going to overflow, and it's going to be too much. So Tamara's way of doing it now is just putting some tape on this part right up to the oval. Okay, see that? So I've just put, there it is, nice and shiny. And now I'm just going to close the door, close the lid. Okay, so if I would have put tape on the piece, it would probably be overhanging here. And so this just makes it easier. So now when you open it, ta-da! Like that. Okay, so now we get our extra, our tiny little one. And one section is longer than the other. So remember, this was 2 1/4 long, and I scored it at 1 1/4. So we're going to fold it in half, or fold it on the score line. Give it a good little crunch. So there's a long end and a short end. Okay, turn it over. We're going to put tape on the long end. And you can use tear and tape. This, I'm finding this is a little clunky, and with my long nails, it's not easily done. But so you're closing the door or the front, and you're going to butt this top thing right up against the oval. So butt that right up in the center. Squish it down. Okay, so you got this little flap going on here. This is where we're going to put tape to put our oval. So put tape just on this little chunk here. Oh, don't do what I just did. Where's my eraser gone? Here we go. Don't really know why we don't sell these anymore, but okay. Ah! All right. So this is where we're going to put the oval. So grab your oval that we cut out earlier and just put it right back in the card. And it'll fit exactly because it came out of this piece of paper. Ta-da! Okay. Now we can stamp and decorate. Like this is our mechanism now. It's all ready to go and decorate. And so when it's closed, you can have your punched out piece overhanging this oval. So look at the butterfly. When it's closed, like that's way up there. Because when you open it, it's not going anywhere. Like it doesn't matter that it's higher than the oval. It does not have to stay within the confines of the oval. The only time it's a bit of a problem, I discovered, is like on the whale. His tail can't be way over here because when you go to open it, his tail just kind of catches. But it doesn't matter if he's too high. Like he could be swimming a little bit more up and down. And then it won't matter. Like that. And this guy, though, he's way over. That's okay. Because he's not touching anything. So it can be higher. It just can't be to the sides more. Or they'll get stuck on the sides. Okay. Make sense? Good. Glad we had this little chat. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in... I love... When I craft, look at this today. So these were the color palettes I was using today. And they look so pretty when they're all lined up together. Look at that. How pretty are those? But if when I try to come up with color combinations on my own, I'm like, I can't figure out what looks nice together. But when they're all stacked up, they're really pretty. All right, so I'm using my Mossy Meadow. And let's peel this whale off of here. And this, thank you for your kindness. So that comes from the Dragonfly Garden sentiment. Thank you for your kindness. So I'm stamping that on the inside. Over to the right. And on this piece, I used For a True Friend, which is from the same set. And I'm doing him over... Aww. Oh, that's the back anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay, so this is going to get stamped over to the right as well. For a True Friend. All right. Now, on the inside, I'm going to go in with my Dragonfly. Stamp him flying away this way. Okay, the reason I'm just stamping that so that it dries, because this is a really juicy pad. Then back to my oval, and I need a piece of scrap. So here's my scrap from earlier, and there's still room to stamp another Dragonfly. Again, going in with the mossy meadow. And then, I think I put away my punch. How could that be? Hang on, I gotta find my punch. Got my whale punch. Dragonfly. Where are you? There you are. Okay. So I'm going to go in here upside down and punch him. And then I have a little strip somewhere of mossy meadow. And I'm just going to punch the little dragonfly. I don't know why there's not a stamp that goes with him. I find that rather odd. You still... Oh, hi, Barb. Golfing. Wait, what? After a tale of making cards, I have learned to do both. Yay, Marcella! Just out of the hot tub. After golfing? Look at you, Barb. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, bows aren't easy, I tell ya. What is it with bows, hey? All right, so now we just have to assemble. So I'm bringing back in my card. I'm going to pop this layer up on dimensionals. And I think I've mentioned a few times, I've got so many of the mini dimensionals. I'm actually using them for a while. I have scads of them. I'm going to close this ink before I end up putting my finger in it. And so how did you master these bows, Marcella? Tell us more. Did you get a bow tire, or did you just sit there and practice? Or did you learn some magic technique we all need to know about? Tell us how you became a bow master. Okay. I'm going to grab this dragonfly, and I'm going to make his wings bend up. So I'm grabbing my bone folder, and I'm just curling them against the bone folder. And now we have a dragonfly that looks like he's taken off. He's now curvy. So I'm going to put a couple of mini dimensionals on his body. I hear Craig up there. He is booking a trip to Banff for him and Rebecca. And then they come back, and I go with Alicia to Banff. So we're going to pass. And we had been planning to take a family trip to Banff, right? Because enough of this. We need to get out, you know, being the outdoorsy people we are. Insert major sarcasm here, because I would like the outdoors more if it wasn't for the bugs and the outdoorsiness of it all. But anyway, so it's quite funny that we're going to Banff to get outdoors. But anyway, I realized when I was about to book it that we can't go. Okay, so here I'm putting a glue dot on this guy, and I'm putting him over here. We can't go to Banff because of Coda. We can't leave Coda, and we can't take Coda. So Alicia and I are going to stay home with Coda, and then Rebecca and Craig are going to stay home with Coda. We're going to take separate vacations, so it's going to be quite interesting. All right, so here is our card just about done. Few finishing touches. Winkostella. Now, if you don't have Winkostella, you need it. Oh, Jennifer has a story. Funny story. I was recently complaining about almost being out of dimensionals. Not really an issue anymore as I went through and organized them. Paper pumpkins, right? Like, have you seen, Jennifer? Like, I must have found like 40 of these little. Look at this. Is just what I found. Like, wow. Oh, and there's more. There's more. I could keep going, but I won't. But anyway. Excuse my mistake. Sometimes my English is not good because I'm French. Banff is great. That's okay. Do not apologize, Marcella. Il n'y a pas de quoi. Is that what I should be saying? Okay, I don't know who's phoning me, but go away. My phone. I've been spammed with so many phone calls lately. It's ridiculous. Right, back to my story. You can't, Mary. You can't. He'd be so stressed out. It would probably kill him. I'll get back to that in a minute. Let's get back to my card. Winkostella. Now, this is what we're going to use to color his wings. Now, because the ink is a water-based ink, this, the Winkostella is going to make the color bleed. So watch what happens here. I can't zoom in. You can see it from there. It's fine. So as I color his wings, it starts to bleed. right? So you can see it's just pulling a little bit of that color, and it's making it a very faint green. Like that, yes. So I'm going to color his wings while I talk about Coda. Yeah, so we did consider Mary, because we've got so many people who love Coda. And originally, I thought Laurel, she could come and stay. So that's the first thing, is somebody would have to come and stay at the house because he's blind. And he would, as it is, he doesn't like to go into other people's homes, because the one time he did, I left him there for 2 weeks. That's when we went to Hawaii many years ago. And so he's very nervous to go into anybody's house. Remember, yeah, Mary, wasn't it your house? Was it your house? Wanda's house for sure. He did not want to go in there because he was afraid I was going to leave him. So that's the first thing. So somebody would have to come and live here. And then he would be depressed. Like when I've left him with my neighbor, who he knows so well, he doesn't eat for a couple of days. And that's not okay, because he has to eat to get his insulin. And as it is, his insulin, his blood levels are all over the place right now. Like they can be anywhere from 8 to 28. And the stress of us being gone, it would just be so bad. So we're just gonna, him and Rebecca are gonna go skiing for a day, and we don't ski. And then Alicia and I are just gonna go shop and hot tub and wander around town drinking fancy coffees. So, but thank you. Let me know if you need a house sitter. Yes, thank you, Nicole. If we ever do get to have a vacation, I might take you up on that. All right, so now the final touch on this particular card. I'm going back in. So you saw these last night. Like, I've got a few to use. So every card that I'm using now is having these. So this card has them, the blue ones. This card has them, the yellowish ones, and this one has them. It's getting these bright raspberry type colors. So I am using these on every card for the next 2 years, because look how many I have, you guys. I have like, oh, don't judge me. Don't, oh, you can judge me. It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. Okay, here we go. All right. Thank you, Marcella. There it is. Isn't that fun? And it's seriously, look how easy that was. It's 7:33, complete with lots of time of rambling on. So there. And this one, it's gorgeous. Now, the nice thing about this, pardon me, is that the butterflies all got cut out with the die. Sadly, the paper is sold out, but this die cut out 6 butterflies. So I now have all these other butterflies somewhere. So I can make, the next one I can make would be pink with the pink paper. And it's just so easy, so easy. I love the coordination that Stampin' Up! Does for us. Like, this is just such a pretty card. So simple, so pretty. So pretty. Thank you, Virginia. And here's a yellow one.